Hey, how's everybody doing today? Let me look at the camera. How are you in there? Yeah, I hope it's not too cramped for you. Just want to play a little solemn song. Nah. Anyway, fooled you, didn't I? That was ironic. I want to talk with you today, my friends, about irony. A weird word. We use it a little too loosely in our society today, like anything weird or strange that happens, we're like, dude, that's ironic. Well, not necessarily. So I want to talk with you about what irony really means. Okay. Like I was just playing the piano, right? Another name for that is tickling the ivories. Ivories, yeah. It's a weird phrase, right? Tickling the ivories. It's like, get you good, little boy. You know, it's a piano. You can't really be tickled. So, I don't know. Maybe a better phrase would be tickling ironies. Because irony, not with the piano, but like with tickling. Because tickling makes you laugh. Irony is about humor, right? Often, yeah, usually. Sometimes. Anyway, back on track here. Do you know what irony is? Well, I'm going to tell you. Think of mud. Mud can be muddy, right? Muddy. That works, right? But iron can't be irony, right? But mud can be muddy. Let's see here. What else? Fur can be furry. Let me demonstrate here with my friend Bainbridge. Come here, Bainbridge. Say hi to the people, Bainbridge. Hi to the people. Bainbridge is furry. Fur is furry in this case. See you later, buddy. Okay. Hair is often hairy, right? Not always, just often. Okay, speaking of often, I'm putting my hat back on it. Anyway, what else? Stick is not sticky, right? So sometimes it works in our language, sometimes it doesn't when you put a Y on the end of the word. And iron is not really irony. No, that didn't work. So what is irony? What on earth is it? Well, comes from a Greek word. Turns out I had to look this up. Comes from a Greek word around 1500 or so called ironia, which means ignorance, something you don't know. Now it's starting to click. So irony is a difference, class, audience, whoever you are, a difference between something you think and what actually is the case, a difference. For example, here's an example of bad irony. There's this certain fast food restaurant. I won't name names, but they have gotten my order wrong repeatedly. I mean, like the first time I went, I ordered a hamburger. Excuse me a second. Ordered a hamburger, right? I don't like tomatoes. That's one of my many idiosyncrasies. I don't like ketchup either. Nobody puts ketchup on a hot dog. Anyway, I asked for no tomatoes, no ketchup. I got a hamburger with tomato and ketchup. Like, gag me with a spoon, okay? I'm like, oh man, I can't eat that. So like it was really bumming me out majorly. Anyway, so The next time, I don't know why there was a next time, but the next time I asked for a cheeseburger, get this. Are you sitting down? I asked for a cheeseburger. I got a chicken sandwich. No joke. That's what we call double irony because I went back a second time. Then I started to get really upset and I was like flailing my arms all around. Does anyone really do that outside of books when they're upset? I've never really seen anybody do this when they're upset. Anyway, that's dramatic irony. So, how can I help you remember this? If you're at a restaurant and the server gets your order wrong, and like, let's say her name is Emily, you could say, Emily and irony live together inside this BLT, 'cause I ordered a chocolate milkshake mistake, Emily. I like making up different words to songs, and that's irony as well. For example, I'm as free as a nerd now. Excuse me, Atlanta. And this nerd you cannot change. No. And this nerd you cannot change. Oh, no, I can't change. Oh, yes, I can. Anyway, when you expect certain words to a song and then somebody sings them differently, like some weird guy on a video, that's irony. So let's iron out our differences here as we think about all the meanings of this word in our language. There's so many of them, too many irons in the fire for us to talk about today. I mean, we need Tony Stark here or somebody to help us sort all this out, or Arnold Schwarzenegger, let me pump you up, or those guys from Saturday Night Live who were making fun of Arnold Schwarzenegger, let me pump them up. Iron sharpens iron. Now that's a good one. So one person sharpens another. Yeah, that's a good one to remember. That reminds me, for a while in college I had an iron deficiency. Or no, I thought I had an iron deficiency. I was wrong, therefore that's ironic. Anyway, what it was I had like no energy. Like every day after lunch I had to take a nap. Every day. Like right after lunch I was like, go back to my dorm room, just crash and die. And then I could go on with the day. Anyway, thought I was anemic or something. I was reading up on stuff, trying to figure this out. So I started taking iron pills. That didn't work, didn't help. Turned out I wasn't anemic. What I was dumb. Because what I was doing, well, I was dumb and poor. So I had like no money, so I was buying these like 25-cent boxes of like generic macaroni and cheese, and that was my lunch each day. I'd eat the entire plate full of macaroni and mac and cheese, for lunch. And no wonder I zonked out right after that, right? Boo! So anyway, that was that. So I wasn't anemic after all. I didn't have an iron deficiency, so that was kind of a double irony, really. By the way, did you ever think of how it's spelled? I know, I'm going to wrap this up soon. I-R-O-N, but we don't pronounce it like iron. It's like iron. It's almost like we turn the letters around like it's I-O-R-N. Kind of like that quarterback that used to play for, who was it? Green Bay or something? Brett Favre? Yeah. Anyway, so we don't pronounce it iron, right? It's iron. That's kind of weird. That's like iron rhymes with diurn, diurn, which gives our word diurnal, diurnal. It's not a bad word, class. It doesn't mean two toilets. Anyway, that means once a day, actually, is what it means. That's how often I took the iron pills, now that I think of it. I could do this all day, but I won't. To draw it to a close here, as I was saying, we don't pronounce it I run. Like, what if somebody came up to you and said, I run, instead of iron? Or what if somebody came up to you and said iron? And they're just like standing there and that's all they said? You'd probably run away quickly. Anyway, well, what if they said like iron? You'd probably be like, oh yeah, I run too. Or if they said like, yeah, I earn, right? Like, I earn, you might say, oh, so you're a breadwinner, you make money, congratulations. Last but not least, there's this sign on the interstate for a city I've seen, IRONTO. Is it Iron 2, like Iron Man 2 without the man? Or is it Ironto, like Ironto suck your blood, blah, blah? I don't know. Until I find out, I'm going to be living in a state of irony. So if you know, hey, send me a postcard, let me know. Otherwise, I'll be living in a state of irony, and that's where you can find me. Later.